Hold on. Ain't no Jesus calling there. All right. Thank you, my good people. My ticker's going up. All I can say is I appreciate your support, okay? Heartfelt. Little channel, and just try to remember things the best I can. I did have a brain injury, and I can't remember what I had for breakfast in 1972 at 9:30 a.m. in the morning like Mike and Sammy, okay? God bless them. Let's hear it for them, okay? The Colombo family had satellite crews all over the place. A lot of captains, and who's who and who knew what and everything else. So I used to run around and hang out a place and help a guy out, you know, make a couple dollars at the card games or whatever. So there's a captain, we'll call him Captain Rick, and he's got a wife, Angela. And good morning, folks. So we have a captain, but there's a lot of captains that are, you might see them at an event or a clam bake or a cookout or a graduation or a confirmation, but there's captains, and you know, a lot of them. You know, 100 captains trying to split up $10. 100 captains trying to. So we'll just say we have Captain Rick and his wife Angela, and then we got a soldier guy, Bobby, and his wife Maria. Okay. At the club, they had they would drink. There was a bar there. They would drink. They'd have parties and everything, and it was a fun time a lot of times. So the girlfriend, the wise guys didn't want their girls at the club. Their wife or girlfriends or both. They didn't want them at the club, okay? So we got Captain Rick, his wife Angela, and we got Bobby and Maria. Now Bobby's a degenerate gambler. Misfit. And he owes money. They're always behind. He owes money. And this Einstein, however it evolved, is sleeping with Captain Rick's wife, this Bobby. And he owes. So he's trying to get in and get some of her money and everything else. And while he's away, Captain Rick is out of town somewhere. So he's putting the move on Captain Rick. Bobby's putting the move on Captain Rick's wife, Angela, and they got a thing going on. And he's getting sex off of her, and he's trying to hustle her for money and everything else. Well, Bobby's got a wife named Maria, and she's not stupid. I don't know the backstory beyond that, so I'm helping out. There's a card game in the back, Friday, Saturday night. Place is nice and hopping, and I'm not working. I'm just hanging out, whatever. Sometimes you can make an extra $1 if you're just there or something. So I want every nickel I can get. So she's I hear there's a little hallway, and this Maria's out there, Bobby's wife, and she's screaming, "Where's Bobby?" And then I had gone out there, and she must have figured that she couldn't ask any of the other wise guys in the back. She figured I was the most vulnerable guy to tell her where Bobby is. We all know where Bobby is, you know, or some do, some don't, but he's screwing the captain's wife. So she's going nuts. Bah, bah, bah. I go over there. She's screaming at me. And she's go, where's Bobby? Where's Bobby? Where's Bobby? And then she starts hollering out, oh, he's effing Angela somewhere. He's effing Angela somewhere. Jeez. So I go outside. I got to exit stage left. I got to get the hell out of there. She's unstable. And I feel for her because she knows he's cheating, and it's a tough spot. It's a tough spot. So I get out of there for a minute. Here she comes, and I'm trying to get over to my car and everything, and she's trying to make me break down or whatever. She wasn't stupid. She knows what's going on, but sometimes they just want to hear it. I don't know. But here she comes, and I tell her, go home, blah, blah, blah. And then she comes up with this thing. Oh, you better tell me something because I'm going to tell Bobby that you made a move on me and everything else. And I'm thinking, this is just retarded. She's really losing her, where's Angela? Where's Bobby? You better tell me. You better tell me, Joe, because, I'll tell Bobby that. Well, he's a cheater anyways. Maria, he's a cheater anyways. But, I mean, I don't roll like that anyways, So then she's carrying on. One of the guys from the card game or something come out, scooped her up, and put her in a car and got her out of there, And it's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, this scumbag, Bobby, and it was sad that this Maria had to, break down like that, make a big scene because this scumbag, degenerate gambler, he's screwing the captains. A lot of these captains floated around. There was factions and this and that, and they're all over the place sometimes. So the wife's alone, whatever. There's no justification for it. There isn't, So she gets scooped up. I go back in, and things are settled down. And the barmaid's on the phone and says, Sam's on the phone, and she gives me the phone. And Sam says, get the hell out of there as soon as possible, and don't give anybody a ride home from the card game. So, so I'm getting settled. I get out, and then here comes Bobby. Here comes Bobby. I don't know if when Angela or whatever, somebody communicated to Bobby that his wife was in the club making a scene, and they already took her, but here he comes in, and he's telling me get in the car and all this bullshit, and tell me what happened. He's going, get in the car, tell me what happened. And I said, no, Sam told me to go home, and I'm going straight home. That's all there is to it. I'm not getting in the car with him. The cheating bastard, the scum, degenerate gambler, piece of crap. And it was sad. I saw some other scenes with some wives. There's dedicated mob guys to their wives, and they're good family men. But there were a lot of mob guys, they just couldn't keep it in their pants. They just couldn't. They couldn't keep it in their pants. And, and he's telling him what he knows what happened. He's a cheating piece of shit. His wife's in the club. He's not around. Angela's not around. So she says, well, they're out screwing somewhere. The captain's out of town. So she's putting two and two together. She can't get a hold of Angela, and she can't get, so they know there's a backstory on it, So, so this Bobby's telling me, explain, and everything else. And this other guy come out, and his cayunes are ripe and everything. And he tells Bobby, get the hell out of here. Go home to your drunk wife. I mean, tells me to go back inside and watch the card game, but then they shut down the game. They shut down the card game, and they're having conversations, about this Bobby. They're after they're talking about this Bobby and everything, and they says, well, Sam and Rick, the captain, that Bobby's screwing his wife, they'll have to figure that out. They're more or less saying it. I'm just over there like this, but, because I get nervous, I don't want to know nothing. I'm not a tough Guido guy like that. But, I never saw the captain again. I never saw Captain Rick. I never saw his whore wife, Angela. And I never saw Bobby again. And, it's there's like satellite captains. There's people that come and go, float around. You might see them here or there, but it's just like they're stand-up guys, yes, but there's no good stories about them. It's gotta be the negative stories that you people want to watch. But is anything left sacred? Well, you know what I figured was, in retrospect, you think about things. This guy, Bobby, he's in deep trouble with a couple different families. He has a big marker. He owes a lot of money. And there was a lot of people cooperating. And a lot of times, that's your only way out. Cooperate with the FBI. So he was in such a desperate position. He just might have figured he could smooth Rick's wife, get some money. Hey, they're gonna whack me. I need some money. They're gonna whack me and whatever. But it didn't work out like that. The captain's wife was vulnerable, Angela, and whatever their relationship was, probably just sexual, of course. But he just thought, he's a dead man anyways. He might as well take a shot. He's having sex with the captain's wife. Maybe she can grab me 25, 30,000 just to keep me alive so we can to keep having sex. I don't know. So he knew more or less his days were numbered. And it was a matter of, he was already a marked man because he's a question mark. He holds big markers. And when they just realize you're a worthless piece of crap, you're done for anyways. So it didn't even have to probably take for him to cheat with the captain's wife. He was a marked man anyways. And he knew that, and that's probably why he took that shot anyways. But, there's so many other ways. I mean, anything goes, but don't think you might miss. 'Cause heaven ain't close in a place like this. I said heaven ain't close in a place like this. Bring it back down. Heaven ain't close in a place like that. And afterwards, talking with Sam and everything, and I might have said something to Sam or whatnot about something or another, and he said, Joe, let's go have a little lunch, but never speak on that again. Just never speak on that again. But that rodent Bobby, I never saw him again. I never saw him. I mean, it was such a treacherous life. Some of these guys had psychological issues before they even, by the time they were 15 years old, some of them had, and then you go into a life like that and it's just survival paranoia. But there were productive, successful gangsters. All you see on YouTube is all the ones that got busted and all those informants, and they all got immunity. So just don't believe that whole picture you see on YouTube channel with the big channels and everything. I mean, they're on YouTube. I didn't participate in anything gross or anything. So, I didn't get busted, and I didn't rat, but they all ratted. They're informants. They could talk about 100 murders. They got immunity. So remember, when you're watching Mike Francis and Sammy the Bull Gravano and John A. Light and all them, God bless them. Let's hear it for them guys. They're still alive, at least. But they were all informants. So sometimes while you're trying to defend their stories, or you get caught up in the soap opera and everything, they're just playing you like a little puppet, because you're so mesmerized to hear Sammy the Bull Gravano story, which is nice, interesting stories, and Mike Francis. So, that's. I remember a time where a wife come. I was outside the club, and a wife came from another rodent that, he didn't come home. He's with a stripper or whatever, or he's with a girlfriend, and you got a wife and kids, and then you're out, gallivanting all over the damn planet. It's tough. It's tough. And those are the same women that go to the prisons to visit these guys. Let's hear it for the mob wives, and God bless the mob wives. Let's hear it for the mob wives. That poor Maria, she wasn't a bad lady. She made a big scene and everything. But who wouldn't? These mob wives went through hell, along with the rest of their families and the children and the mother and the father and the cousins. They went. So, this Bobby came around. You see so many people. I don't ask a lot of questions. You see captains, you see other guys. You don't even know what their position is, and I don't even ask, and unless it comes up by accident in conversation or something at a communion party or a clam bake or a confirmation. I ain't asking. Sam says stay right over here. People come over. He'll just say, "This is Joe." Shake their hand. Blah blah blah. That's it. No, I don't want to know anything. All I want to know is when Sam says, "Go get a loaf of bread and here's $100." That's all I want to know. Because if I don't know anything, I could pass a lie detector test. So I appreciate you guys, like I always say, for support and everything. Yeah, the ticker's climbing, and that's nice, to finally get on track a little bit after a little bumpy road there. But Big J Biz, thank you. Yeah, he's got the praying hands. We got the Jesus calling. This ain't a violent mob channel. I'm not a tough guy. I want you to live this day abundantly, seeing all things there are to see and all things there are to do. Don't be distracted by future concerns. What about tomorrow? I got to pay this bill. What about that? The electric, the car payment, the house payment, the mortgage, the kids' tuition. Don't be distracted by future concerns. Each day of life is a glorious gift. All right, we're here. There's entertainment, which these channels are entertaining, but we all have lives to live. And the mob and those crews was like One Life to Live. Remember the soap opera, One Life to Live? Yeah. Soap opera. I met some real cerebral, sharp guys that were on point. You know, you see the failures on YouTube. Well, Mike Francis got the money and run. Come on, take the money and run. Mike got it. Yeah, but there was a lot of guys that did ride out into the sunset in New York, New Jersey, Ohio, Canada. Smart thinkers. And they didn't all go down like Mickey Mouse in stupid situations. Now, that'll be the lead into my next video. This next video, I would propose strategies. If you're moving something from here to there or whatever, what's the best way? What's the best way to shuffle things around, whatever you're shuffling around, and that'll be one of the next videos I do is preparing, taking a couple extra steps, just a little more time, and do your business and do your deal without getting caught. And I had some pretty good ideas, and we'll do that in the next videos. And then I'm going to do the insurance schemes that was real big, the insurance fraud schemes that they were doing. And I knew a guy downtown that wasn't connected, but I learned a couple things from him on the side. But all right, thank you, folks. It's not partly cloudy, it's partly sunny. Thank you for your support, Big J Biz. I thank you for coming in here, and I appreciate the support. I appreciate it. The ticker's going up, so we'll see what happens there. But tune back in for these strategies that I used to do with certain commodities. Boom, 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 and we'll leave it at that. Thank you, folks. I appreciate your support. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification button, do a couple cartwheels. You see, I don't do that a lot in my videos, but I don't know. Thanks a lot, folks. God bless you all.